Hey divers, welcome to beautiful Palm Beach, Florida. We're here with Narcosis Dive Charters and we're going to be taking a look at a dive site called Paul's Reef. Check out the dive briefing and underwater video for a good idea of what to expect for your dive.
Alright guys, the name of this next dive site is called Paul's Reef. We have a picture up here on the topographical map for you. It tells you every little twist and turn that we have in the reef. It's also going to have a GPS overlay that tells you where the boat is exactly on top of the reef. But if you look here on the map, we have Paul's Reef. It's a south to north running reef. It's going to be running parallel to shore. Here on the map we have this is to the north. We have the south here. This is west inshore. This is east offshore. Okay. I will be your dive guide. I'll be your first one in the water. Gather around me. Buoyant entry is fine, and I'll take you down to that ledge. When we first start out, we'll be on that west. We'll find that western inshore facing ledge. Your max depth down there is going to be about 55 feet in the sand on the west side. Up on top of the reef, you're going to be looking at a depth of around 45 feet. Once we get on that ledge, we're going to start heading to the north with the north running current. After a while, we're going to make our way just a little bit to the east to the top of that reef. We have some nice pretty ledges, as you can see on the map here. So we're going to spend the majority of our dive up on top of those ledges. After about 30, 45, 40 minutes or so, depending on the running of the current, we're going to make our way over to this western side here, where we're going to have about a 2-foot ledge where it meets the sand, and it's going to start to grow and grow and grow all the way to about 10 feet. Once we get over here to Sloan's Curves, what we call it, you can see as the reef is about a 10-foot ledge, and it will swerve all the way around to the northwest. Okay? As you can see, there's no more reef after that, so stay with the dive guide. We will then jump across a little sand gap and go through these series of 3 different islands here. So go nice and slow, zigzagging between those islands. If the current's strong, you can get behind one of those islands, one of those ledges, and shield yourself from that current as well. It's a very pretty reef, guys. There's lots of life on this reef. You can see lots and lots of reef fish, schools of barracudas swimming by. There's lots of turtles always taking naps on the reef. You can see lots of nurse sharks as well. We've had the occasional hammerhead swim by. Also towards the end of this dive, you'll see lots of stingrays sitting in the sand, kind of burying themselves as to stay hidden from everybody. And once you get to the end, you might come across a few Goliath groupers as well. So it's a very pretty reef. Let's keep it that way. So establish that neutral buoyancy. Try not to pancake down on top of the reef as well and kick any corals. No longer than an hour on the bottom, guys. Try to do an hour if your dive tables or your air consumption won't allow you to. We want you on the surface with no less than 500 psi in your tank as well. So leave the bottom accordingly. Come up nice and slow. Do that safety stop 15 to 20 feet for 3 minutes. Once that's up, make sure you look and listen. For any other boat traffic, make sure the coast is clear before you break the surface. Get some air in your BC and deploy that safety sausage nice and big so we can see you and other boaters can see you. Once we come over to you, please don't swim to the boat. We'll back right up to you. Deckhand will let you know when it's okay to swim into the ladder. Hand up your fins and return to the original spot. If there's no more questions, guys, let's enjoy ourselves out there. Let's look after each other, be safe, and have a very pretty